Vampires don't sparkle. Hey there YouTube, let's not waste any time. Hellsing Ultimate. Those familiar to my channel will know that I review the Hellsing Ultimate OVA episode by episode, seeing as though each episode is kind of its own miniature movie. If this is your first Hellsing OVA review, what the fuck are you doing here? Go and watch 1 and 2, because I'm not getting blamed for spoilers and stuff. But, if you watched all of them in order like a regular person, welcome back! As you may recall, in Hellsing Ultimate OVA 2, the Hellsing HQ was assaulted by the Valentine brothers, leaving only Integra, Ceres, Alucard and Walter as the survivors. We've been idle for long enough, let's not waste any further time. Hellsing Ultimate Part 3. The episode starts off in a war zone. To the country in question, I have to offer my apologies, but what do you expect? I had to do something while I was on vacation in January. I'm just kidding with you guys. This is actually one of those few times I haven't caused an international dispute. We see a group of mercenaries known as the Wild Geese caught in a crossfire between their employers and the enemy. Wonderful job security you have there. The Geese are led by Captain Pip Bernadotte. Hey, look at that, the captain's French! I wonder what is going to happen to him when the bullets start flying.
Okay, men, to action! We surrender! No, not that one, you idiots! The Kung Fu thing!
The Geese then lose their current contract, but Walter subcontracts them to replace the soldiers lost in the Valentine massacre. After they get the shit scared out of them by the sudden appearance of Alucard, Walter arrives with a letter from the Vatican expressing a desire to exchange information from Enrico Maxwell. So, the Catholic Maxwell sets up a meeting with the Protestant Integra. Things are gonna get religious in the same religion here. Wonderful. Integra and Walter then travel out to meet Enrico Maxwell, head of the Iscariot organization. A dispute between Integra and Maxwell, however, quickly arises.
I barely managed to escape with my head still attached.
Just shut up and pay attention, you miserable English sow.
Oh, for the love of Christ, just fuck already. Maxwell crosses the line, however, and Alucard emerges from the shadows to shoot him in the face. However, Anderson appears out of nowhere to block him off. Before the two can engage in deadly combat, Ceres arrives with a Japanese tour group. Makes sense. Well, after that near miss, Maxwell delivers a small pamphlet of information on a group who attacked Hellsing HQ, the Millennium Organization, a small remnant of the Third Reich. We then cut to what the fuck?
I think perhaps they're starting to put it together. They know about Millennium.
Put it together, you say? Nonsense. They don't know anything about anything yet.
Who the fuck let those two psychopaths into a museum? I mean, okay, at least the Major had the decency to look halfway normal at least, but how has no one called the fucking police at the mere sight of the Doctor? He looks fucking unhinged, has his midriff exposed, and is covered in blood. I mean, seriously, the guy who's on the front desk is doing a... he's doing a stand-up job if he's letting those psychopaths in. Okay, barring the Doctor's unusual fashion attire, Integra sends Alucard, Ceres and Frenchie out to Brazil in search of the Millennium Organization, after Maxwell reveals that this is where the Nazis were evacuated to during the violent occupation of Berlin. However, once night comes around, Alucard and Ceres are wanted under suspicion of terrorism. You know, someone else may make a comment on how it would take so much longer to get convicted of terrorism in a country, but I've done far worse in so less time. A SWAT team is sent up to the penthouse to deal with Alucard. However, this is Alucard, so he just sinks his teeth into the flesh and makes a meal, even with all the blood in the way. Insert disgusting joke here. Alucard then calls up Integra to ask about his orders. Of course, she's quick to remind him of what he was sent to Brazil to do.
Don't you dare question my resolve! I've already given you your marching orders, soldier! You will search and destroy! Search and destroy! Any resistance you encounter is to be crushed! Hellsing does not run from our enemies! Kill them all! I order you to leave nothing but bloody stains in your wake!
Well then, it would appear that Integra is a woman after my own heart. Meanwhile, Frenchie appears to have made himself useful at last. Who does he think he is, Michael Bay? Alucard then promptly checks out the hotel the only way he knows is sensible, and at street level meets the dandy man, Doblake and Alhambra, and agents of Millennium. He and Alucard quickly then start to trade blows, the dandy man too fast for Alucard to hit with either Castle or Jackal. Then again, Alucard is too fast for Dandy Dick to hit him with one of his magic cards. And while Alucard's busy dodging the volleys, hundreds of people are dying in the crossfire. At last, however, Alucard manages to strike a blow.
Now to take the fractal code!
Alucard's supposed victory, however, is but a trick played by Alhambra to get Alucard to lower his guard. Alucard, however, draws him up to the rooftop where he releases his greater vampiric powers. With Ceres pinning the Dandy Dick down with oppressive fire, Alucard comes in for the kill. When Alhambra is beaten, Alucard assimilates his memories by drinking his blood, and thus learns more of Millennium's plans. The captain then arrives with a helicopter to take them to safety, and thus ending Hellsing Ultimate Part 3. And that's Hellsing Ultimate Part 3. What do I think? Well, all I will say is, it's certainly clear that the series is picking up, that's for certain. I mean, there is a definite plot now to tie together all the blood and the gore and stuff, and we're starting to get invested in the characters and indeed Ceres' personality. Because, let's be honest, she is the eyes through which we see this world. And of course, it's fucking badass to see Alucard go into full slaughter mode again. And while we never really got to meet any of the Hellsing guards, I think it's clear that the Wild Geese are going to be a fun bunch of characters. So, as usual, it comes down to what counts at the end of the review, the Dark rating. How does this episode of Hellsing stack up? Hellsing Ultimate Part 3 receives a Dark rating of 71.
This is excellent news indeed.
But I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. Like, subscribe if you did. If I have a suggestion for my next review, drop it in the comment section below. Post it on my Twitter, give me a shout on Google+, and I am going to haul myself out now and say, just share this video around like it's a join to the frat party and help the channel grow and stuff. But that's my whoring out done. I've been Darkest101. You have been watching Darkest101 Reviews. Thanks for watching. Good night, YouTube.